put the sails back up and
pick up their heads. They've done it before. They can do it again. Rock Hill back to kick off. He's got the ball laying oblong on the horizontal on the ground. Oh, nice line drive kick right at Donnie Stoll. They're trying to set up some kind of return, and Kirby hits him out of bounds.
Boy, I tell you, he kicked that soccer style, and I think that was the best kick all day.
And he's run out of bounds at the 30-yard line. 15 seconds to go in the game. We've got 1st and 10 for Massena.
Okay, now, Jim, I have a question for you. We're talking playoffs here. We're not talking regular season. How does overtime go now?
I'm not sure. They threw in some things this year that we see that we've never seen before, where they took the ball over on the 10-yard line and they gave them 4 downs to punch it in. But I don't know what they'll do here in the playoffs. Trevor Brown in motion. And the handoffs to Stoll coming around the other side. He's got a 1st down, and he's run out of bounds at the 50-yard line.
9 seconds left.
9 seconds to go. First and 10 from midfield for Massena. And that temperature is really dropping now.
Yes, it is, and the breeze is starting to come up and even make it colder.
We've got West and Rock Hill safety in the safety positions for Malone. They definitely don't want to get burnt. We've got 9 seconds left in the game, regulation, I should say. Fauché in the backfield. Lund fakes. He's going for the pass. He's got number 86 from Mainville. Everybody's covered, and he's sacked.
I tell you,
and the quarter's over. That's it. The game's over. That's the end of regulation.
I tell you, Lund looked and looked and looked, and he just had nobody open. Malone did a super job there, defense, covering everybody, and really, if he threw that up, the way they were covering could have been an interception.
That's right, and it could have been run back. So Griffith and number 74 for Malone, Katie, get the sack, but credit that sack to the defensive secondary.
Now they're putting the yardsticks down, so maybe they are going to go with the 10 yards, same as regular season. So this is going to be interesting. Okay, we're just told by the expert in the trailer, you know, the one we're sitting in there with the palm trees and white
the Bermuda
sand.
shorts, yeah.
Yeah, he says that they are definitely going with the 10 yards, 4 downs. You have 4 tries to get in.
They're going to flip a coin here to see who goes first.
So this is definitely coming down to the wire, and it's really exciting now. This is the type of game where you wish both teams could win and go on, because they both showed up and they played their heart out.
This has been one of the great games. This is what makes high school football so exciting.
That's right.
Massena looks like they won the toss.
Tony D'Agostino calling the official over. He's not even quite sure on how it goes. So no, it looks like Malone won it, and they're deciding what they want.
No, I think they're debating on which end they want to defend. But it seems like from the last time they did it both at one end, you know. They're going to go down to this end.
And with the score clock on.
And with the scoreboard. Massena's got the ball first.
Now what happens now? I was not at the game. Now what happens if Massena goes in and scores right away, then Massena stops Malone? Is the game over then, or do...
No, sir. Malone gets a second chance. If Massena goes in and scores...
Yes, and then Malone goes...
They get the chance at the extra points. Okay? Then Malone will take over at the 10-yard line, and they'll get 4 opportunities to score. And then if they do, they'll get the chance for the extra points. So this could go on for a while.
Okay, so in other words, if Massena scores, Malone doesn't, game's over.
Right.
Okay.
But now this is where extra points come into you can't imagine how important extra points are in this. This is
now in Massena has got extra points on all their touchdowns tonight, and I believe Malone only made 1, or am I?
Malone's made 2, I think.
2? Yes, that's right. It's 2 and 2 because Massena missed their extra point here at the end. So.
Right. Anyway, what we were talking about earlier this season, we watched a game between Massena and Potsdam where Massena won in this kind of overtime. And I'll tell you, this is a real pressure situation to put high school kids in because I don't care. Your butterflies are gone from the beginning of the game, you know, when you come up to a time like this, but they're back.
Oh, yeah.
The whole game
Yep.
doesn't mean anything because right here, you've got 4 downs, you've got to score, and you've got to make those extra points. So this is a whole new game, but played with tired players.
Yep. And we were talking coming down to the end of the season for this game, but we're talking now 4 downs could be the season, really.
So both coaches taking their time and really pumping the information into their players. And Malone definitely wants to hold them. Massena definitely wants to score, so it's going to be just a struggle down there.
And this has been a long game. We started at 1:30, and we're going on 3:45 right now, so it's not like it's been one of those quick games, so that's got to wear on all the players also.
Rick Lund, quarterback from Massena. Fauché and Stoll in the backfield. Carl Zender in the flanker slot. And the handoff's to Fauché. And he bounces off a couple runners. He's still going.
He's in there. No, I thought he was going to do it right at the very end
Whoa.
there.
He bounced off with 4 different people and just kept going.
Boy, I know if I was a coach, I'd want about 20 players just like him that would just dig and scratch and never give up. That's
down
a coach's dream.
He's down to the 2-yard line, so it's 2nd and 2. And now Massena's in that triple back offense, which works so well against Malone, against Potsdam for them. Handoffs to Fauché, nice line surge, and he's in.
Yep.
2 plays and touchdown.
Boy, I tell you, he almost pushed the whole pile in there because they were all right in front of him. And
excellent line surge.
Through. Yep.
Excellent line surge by the Massena offensive line.
Okay, this is even more crucial than the 6 points they just got. They have to get these 2 points.
We've got a timeout, Massena. Coach DiAgostino wants to talk it over. Okay, it's they're definitely taking their time.
Nail biting time now. It's both coaches out there and got their teams huddled around them, and who knows what can happen now. Okay, Massena's all set.
Massena lines up for 2 on the conversion.
Okay, it's get down and dirty time. Fauché. No, he did not get it. No, sir. Okay, 34-28.
Massena's got a
And the
really
Huskies offense comes onto the field.
And we've seen them do it
First
tonight,
of all, they need to score the touchdown. That's the first thing. They need to concentrate on the touchdown, and then once they score that, then you know they need to concentrate on the extra points. But for now, they don't want to start looking forward to Massena missing those 2 points because they'll end up getting burnt.
Now we are sure that it is going to be just if Malone scores here and they get the extra point, it is definitely done.
It's over with. Okay, we've got West at quarterback, Dustin and Hobie in the backfield, and Rock Hill split out to the left. And the handoff is to Hobie. Oh,
Massena met him right. They only got about a yard, and we got a Massena player down, getting up slow. That's
Trevor Cameron.
Ball is marked at the 8.
Gain of 2, 2nd and 8. Malone talking to each other in their huddle, trying to pump each other up. They know the season rides on this. Rock Hill in motion. Hand off to Hobie.
Whoa.
And he cuts back. He's still on his feet. He's dragging Massena players.
We got Trevor Cameron down again. It looks like he's holding his knee there.
Is that Trevor Cameron? No, that's not Trevor. Trevor's standing up. Number 60 is on the ground for Massena.
Across the 3-yard line. Third down.
Boy, I tell you, he went and turned the corner with that ball and hit that center of that field and almost went down flat on his back. He almost lost his footing.
That's Jason Simpson coming off slowly from Massena. 3rd and goal, about the 1.5-yard line. So they're in a good position to score. Take your downs, take your time. Let's drive it up and in. Massena needs to dig in, and they need to hold them. Look at the people they got on that offensive line, on that defensive line. They want to stack them up, and they had a stunt going on. Oh, what a hit! And they're in. Yes, they're in. But what a
hit! I tell you, he got hit right there and just spun enough to fall in.
What a hit! And he is still down. Hobie is still down. That was Trevor Cameron that put the hit on him, and he just. You see him when he hit him? He just snapped his whole body back.
I don't think he's going to come back for this extra point either. He is definitely feeling that hit.
Oh yes, Hobie's one of those people.
Oh yeah, knowing the competitor he is, he'll be in.
He's not going to give up.
I tell you, he's feeling that hit though. He got nailed.
Timeout, Massena. This is Hobie's loosening his belt a little bit. He needs this timeout just as much as Massena does. And 34-34. And it can be over here, or we go on.
Boy, I tell you, he got hit there, and he just buckled down and rolled off, and he knew where that end zone was.
That's one of those hits, if you're a boxer, you lose your mouthpiece, you know, it goes flying out of your chops to the side. But, of course, being the player he is, he stays in. He knows how important this play coming up is. So do the Malone coaches. They're out onto the field, along with Tony DiAgostino out on the field for Massena, discussing the defense. They really had a stacked defense in there. Massena. It looked like Massena went with that goal line defense, the 8 men up on the line. There was just, I don't know how Hobie he must have just fell in after he got popped up, because man, he was running low, and all of a sudden Cameron come up and hit him, and it just you see his head and his back fly back, and he fell forward and broke the plane for the touchdown. And we're getting set. Here we go. The Huskies come up to the line. West, his quarterback Hobie and Dustin, running backs, and the handoff is to Hobie, and he's got some room.
Massena stomps
him. And Massena stomps him.
Holds him out. Game.
And we gotta go on. Carl Zender comes up and puts a big stick on Hobie, and it's gotta go on.
Boy, Massena needed that, and let me tell you, he hit him, wrapped his arms, and 2 other players come up and said, no way.
Well, I'm getting rid of the notebook, I know that. This is,
I know, you almost threw that up in the air there. You were getting into that game so much. This is definitely a game.
I'm not even playing, and my hands are all sweaty. So, Massena gets it at the 10-yard line, and we'll do it again.
Yep.
And like I said, survival of the fittest, and that doesn't fit any better than here. And looks like both teams are going to take a little break, come over to the sideline. They both need it. I know pretty quick I'm going to need a break. You know, I wanted to ask you, do we get overtime for this?
Got to talk to the boss on that one.
Yeah. I wonder if we can interrupt him in there in his warm trailer.
Yeah. What, you getting paid for this?
We've got players just laying on the field. A couple of them look like they're praying on the field. We've got. We're going to take this opportunity to mention our sponsors. You're watching Edward Production Sports, Cable 36. Folks, this is the second overtime. They're going to alternate possession. Malone elected to go on defense first, so Massena has 4 tries again to punch it in. And this is what they call the second overtime. Lund hands off to Stoll, and Stoll does some nice running. And he's down to the 4-yard line, 2nd and 4. So Malone elected to go on defense. They'd rather be in the position knowing what they have to do if they can't stop Massena. We've got a tie game, 34-34. We've got Fauché, Brown, and Stoll in the backfield for Massena.
At the line of scrimmage is Stoll. No gain.
Troy Rockhill, no gain on the play.
Once again, Malone defense comes right up and sets that wall up.
So we've got a 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5 it looks like. Looks like he lost a yard on the play. 3rd and 5. Malone elected to go on defense first, and they have a feeling they can make it happen. Massena in that triple setback offense. Fauché, Brown, and Stoll. And the handoff is to Brown, and he burrows his way in. And he's in. The ball just barely breaks the plane, and he's in for the touchdown.
Once again, we see the second effort from Massena players.
Did you see the way he reached that ball out there just to break the plane? 40-34. Now comes that ever-important two-point conversion.
Yes, it does, and we saw how that could work just a couple minutes ago. It's kind of tough to have a whole game come down to this, though.
Yes, it is. Real tough. Fauché and Brown in the backfield. Lund drops back. It's a pass. He's looking for Fauché. Oh, intercepted!
Intercepted, yes.
Intercepted by Troy Rockhill.
Stepped right up in there.
What a diving catch by Troy Rockhill. Big play. Big play.
And that's nice to see, too. You saw some very good sportsmanship there. Fauché
helps Rockhill
helps him up and actually pats him on the back and says, nice play. So that's nice to see when it comes out.
This kind of game, they've gotten to know each other real well in this kind of game. So Malone knows what they have to do. It's just as it was in the first overtime. They have the ball on the 10-yard line. They've got 4 plays to punch it in. They're behind 40-34. And the pitch out to Hobie. And Hobie's running like he's got a new set of legs. And he's chopped down from behind. And he's slow getting up again.
Just couldn't turn the corner there.
He's down to...
Looks about the 8-yard line.
No, he's down to, looks a little further than that, 7. We'll give him 7.
Ball is just across the 8. Second down.
Second down, and we'll call it a long 7. How's that? We'll compromise. Rockhill splits out wide to the right. Stoll's on him for Massena. Dustin and Hobie in the backfield. And this crowd, nobody's leaving.
Oh,
and West is a bootleg, and he's got Stoll right there. Oh, nice play by turning it up and not going out of bounds till...
Boy, before he turned that up, he was about ready to lose about a yard or two and made a nice gain out of that.
Oh, he really, he watched that sideline and just turned it right up.
Just across the 5, let's call it the 4-yard line. Third down.
3rd and 4. 3rd down, 4 yards to go for the touchdown. They've got 2 downs. Massena's digging in. Rock Hill split wide to the left, Stoll defending him for Massena. West hands off to Holby, he cuts back. He's very, very close.
Looks like Massena held him off there at the last effort.
4th down.
4th and inches.
The ball is just inches short of the goal line. 4th down.
Timeout Malone. 4th down, inches.
Timeout Malone.
I don't want to be in this position.
He was almost in, and Massena line come up and just gave the second effort and pushed him back enough to keep him out of the zone.
And Massena sent in some big players for that defensive line for this play. They are going to stack that line. You're going to see all 11 players right on that line of scrimmage.
Yep. And Tony's just walking the sideline, scratching his head. He knows it's all up to the defense now.
Yeah, this is where all the coaching comes in. You know, there's nothing you can say right now. You just got to hope the kids want it worse than the other ones, and hope they remember everything you taught them all season.
That's right.
You hate to see a loser in this kind of game. There's a lot of heart out there, and you just hate to see anybody come out of this game a loser. We're in the second overtime. It's 4th down and inches for Malone. They're behind 40-34. And it comes down to one play. One play. They've got to make it here or it's over.
Yep.
What a situation to be in for a high school football player.
4th down and inches to tie the game.
Okay, here we go, folks. The crowds are cheering. Massena's saying no, and Malone saying go, and he's in! Dustin in for the touchdown.
Once again, we hear that name.
40-40. This is unreal. So, we come down to an extra point.
Yep.
This is 40-40. This could go on all night with these two teams. Neither of them want to give up.
Nope.
Neither of them want to go home.
The Huskies are going to kick for the conversion.
The Huskies are going to kick. Troy Rockhill. West is the holder. Timeout. Massena's hollering for a timeout. They don't get it. Oh, the kick is squibbed. The kick is squibbed. And it's no good. And we're going to have to do it for a third overtime.
That was unfortunate because it was a perfect snap, and he just couldn't get the ball down.
So that means that this time Massena will have the election to go on defense or offense.
And we keep going with the same system?
Right. You see, and they alternate, the team that won the toss, they alternate each overtime to see who is going to do what, you know, to begin with. Last time it was up to Malone. Malone elected to go on defense, and because they want to know what they have to do, be in position to know what they have to do to win the game, or at least tie the game. And so it's up to Massena to see what they want to do this time. So they're going to give them a small break again.
And I must apologize, Jim. I'm just trying to eat my breakfast or lunch or whatever the heck it is here. And
how can you eat at a time like this?
Well, with all the excitement going on, I haven't eaten much, so I've got to take this opportunity.
I'll tell you, the people have no idea. If they didn't come out to this game, they have no idea. If they don't see this game, they missed one of the best high school football games I've ever seen.
It's definitely I guess the best way to explain it is it's definitely a pressure cooker. You know, I tell you, the conditions it's cooling off, the wind's starting to pick up, so it's definitely not like the start of the game. And
this wind can get bad. Believe me, I was here 2 weeks ago,
yep.
And this wind was coming down from right to left like it is today. And it just, it'll whip across here and almost blow you across the field.
Yep. So we're also getting down to the factor of cold and wind here, too, that can really change the whole outset of it.
Massena's elected to go on offense, it looks like. Malone's got their defense out there. Umpire's hollering for Tony to get his players out there. And we've got a tie ball game, 40-40. We're into the third overtime. We've got Rick Lund at quarterback, Fauché and Stoll in the backfield, Carl Zender in the flanker slot. Fauché up the middle. He's all the way down inside the 5-yard line. Nice first carry. That makes your next downs a lot easier when you can get over 5 yards on the first carry.
Boy, not only I think would Fauché like to see this game done because he wants to win it, but I think he's one tired boy. He'd like to see just a rest.
Give him 6 on that carry, 2nd and 4 for the touchdown. We've got the triple setback offense again by Massena. And the handoff is to Stoll. And Stoll pulls his way in.
Oh, right there, he was hit, just rolled off, and fell right in the zone.
46-40 for Massena.
And we can get a tape player and say, extra point. Comes down to the extra points.
So it'll be interesting to see what they use here, because really the extra point conversions haven't worked that well, no matter if it was a pass or a run for either team.
Yep.
Or even a kick. We've had a little bit of everything. Massena decides to take a timeout. And it is definitely cooling off out here. My hands are ready to fall off. But there are certain people, like people in the trailer, that wouldn't know about that kind of thing.
And that.
There's not many people leaving. Everybody's kind of sticking around. Nobody wants to leave. They're afraid if they leave, something big's going to happen. They've stuck it out for the whole game and watched a very exciting game. Malone's defense is set. And here comes Massena's offense for their conversion attempt. We got the triple setback offense in for Massena, and the handoff is to Stoll, and he punches it in.
He got in.
He punches it in.
That's a big plus. Now Massena's got to hold him.
Now Malone knows what they have to do.
Yep.
And Malone will get the ball on offense.
Nice blocking play. Nice. Grab onto
Anything
the ball and put the head down, and as you say, barrel on through.
Anything else but everything on this drive for Malone is no good.
That's right.
They've got to do it all.
They're lining up here in the
West hands off to Hobie, and he pulls his way ahead.
About 6 white players there don't want him to go in there.
And he's down to about the 5-yard line.
Got timeout Massena.
Timeout Massena. So this overtime is
Boy, if this keeps going, it's going to be as long as the game was.
exactly.
Both teams trying to play strategy against strategy and just hope for a mistake on one team and come out the winner.
Coaches taking their times again, discussing what they're going to do on offense and defense. They got the water kids are spraying water up in the air. I don't think they should do that. This game may be a long way from over. Yeah, besides that, it may freeze.
I tell you, I
come down and hit them in the head in the form of ice cubes.
I'm eating a sub here, and let me tell you, that sub is cold. Okay, we're lining up here again.
Okay, here we go. 2nd and 5 for Malone. Dustin and Hobie in the backfield. Troy Rockhill in motion. The handoff to Hobie. And he gets no gain.
Once again, Massena steps right up and read it all the way.
3rd and 5. They've got 2 plays to go 5 yards.
And we got the fans over here doing the Atlanta chop. We got everybody doing that. The Massena bench is doing the Atlanta chop.
West brings him up to the line. Rockhill in motion. It's a pass. It's a pass.
He's wide open too. Touchdown.
Yes, yes. Number 87 again for Malone.
Twisting catch there for Malone.
Beautiful catch. He was double covered and he still made the catch.
Once again, guess what it's down to?
And
they've got to get the 2-pointer
here. It's the extra points. They've got to do it here. It's 48-46.
Timeout
Malone.
They definitely want to think about this one.
And we're going to break for a commercial. You're watching NAC football on Edwards Production Sports, Cable 36. Okay, folks, here it is. The 2-point conversion that could mean it all. It's either go on or not. They've got to make the 2 points, and there's a flag.
Offside.
Lining up offsides against Massena in the neutral zone. Split the distance to the goal line.
That hurts.
That puts it on the 1 1/4 yard line.
Just outside the 1 yard line. All Malone's got to do is go 1 yard for the extra points. Timeout, Malone. How many timeouts do they give these guys?
What do you think? Quarterback sneak? Just try to plow right through?
If I were Hobie, I'd walk up to every one of my linemen and I'd say, listen, you've done a heck of a job all game. Just do it one more time. Yep. Just one more time. And just keep telling them that. You can string them along all night like that. You know, that's kind of like when you're on a forced walk or something. Just one more step. Just one more step. And they're going to need it because this could go on all night.
Yeah, for sure. You know, Massena's got a dance tonight at the mall at 9:30. We might be late for that.
Hopefully, I don't see any lighting set up. Maybe we can get some out here real quick. We're going to need it.
Kirk's over there. He pulled a flashlight out, or a big lighter. Maybe he thinks maybe everybody will light their big lighter. We'll have enough light to do this.
At least we're in the end where the scoreboard is. That'll light up a little bit.
The Huskies will be on operating from just
We've got the Massena fans yelling, hold that line, hold that line. Everybody's pumped up, hands are waving in the air. All the Malone fans are clapping. This is it, 1 yard to D-Day. We gotta put it in, they've gotta put it in to tie. There's no and, if, or but about it. Oh!
Game's over.
And it's over! He did not get in! Massena wins 48-46.
And this is, I tell you, I'm happy for Massena, but I hate to see
what
the
a
game end this way. Both teams are winners no matter what. It's just
You've
too
got
bad.
You've got Malone players just laying on the field. Massena is jumping up and down with excitement. What a game. What a high school football game. That you can't take away from either team anything. This is just one of those games that you don't usually see.
Both teams, you know, yes, you have a winner. One season's done, the other one's going on, but there are definitely two winners out here today. Not much more you can say to that. This is high school football.
At its best.
At its best, and right in the thick of it. It's about the best you can say, and two very evenly matched teams here. Super job on both parts.
Okay, folks, final score is 48-46. Massena with the triple overtime.